Hello everybody and happy National Ceiling Fan Day 2025. It is September 18th and it is National Ceiling Fan Day, the day that we turn off our air conditioners, open our windows, and enjoy the greatness of ceiling fans and portable fans, and open up the windows. Unfortunately, it is a balmy 81 degrees today here in central Michigan. Last week, about 2 weeks ago to this time last week, it went down to like the 40s overnight, and we were hitting like mid-60s max every day. It was beautiful out. We were in the 50s most days, upper 50s. Wonderful weather, perfect weather to have the windows open and the fans on. And then about this time last week, it started shooting up back into the mid-80s during the day and like 60s overnight. So we had to turn the air right back on, unfortunately. I was really over summer, to be honest with you. This was a really bad summer for humidity. It was like, there was some couple weeks where it was straight 90s and freaking humid. It was terrible. So, very excited for fall. And then, of course, summer came right back with a vengeance. You can probably hear the air conditioner is on right now, since it's just a little too warm to have the windows open, unfortunately. But because it's National Ceiling Fan Day, of course, I am going to show you all of the ceiling fans in my house and the portables, you know. We do have a couple portables like in the garage that we don't really use, so I'm just going to show you the ones that we use daily or on a, you know, semi-regular basis. And I'm going to do something I've never done this year. You're watching this video now, this is part 1. Tomorrow I'm going to upload part 2 of my National Ceiling Fan Day special, where I am going to show you all of the fans that we used to have installed in this house. Like what was in here before this fan, you know, like that. So look out for that tomorrow. You're going to see that and it'll be part 2. So I'm not going to show all the fans on, you know, all 3 speeds. I'm just going to show them on probably low. But starting off as we always do in the family room, here is the Hampton Bay Gazebo, 52-inch. I think this is the Gazebo 2 actually, obviously in white. And as most of you know, it is controlled by wall switch here with separate light and fan modes with the speed controller. So we'll turn it on low. There it goes. We use this fan pretty much 24/7, whether it's in forward or reverse. We usually leave it running overnight too, typically on low, but it works very well. And I'll flip the light on so you can see it. We don't ever use the light on this fan. It's completely pointless for us, but whatever. We don't use the pull chains either. But if you pull the pull chains, you can get a nice aesthetic low speed, but this is the fan's built-in low with the pull chain set to high. Just for the heck of it, I'll go ahead and put it up to high really fast just so you can see, because this thing is pretty powerful. But yeah, we've had this fan close to 5 years now. I think in February it'll be 5 years, and it's still going strong, just like the day we put it up. Moves great air too. I mean, moves excellent air. And having the plastic blades, it's a little higher quality than some of the fans we could have picked. So we'll turn it back to low, like that. And we'll keep moving. So that is the family room fan. We'll take a quick detour here in the laundry room just to look at this little table fan. We've had it for a couple years now. We got it from Walmart. We use it sometimes in the kitchen, but when it's not being used, it just sits in here. So just turn that on high really fast. It's a pretty good little table fan for being kind of a no-name brand, but it works good. That's the only table fan on this floor, I believe. All right, heading upstairs in my house now. First up, we have in the office here. This is a 42-inch Harbor Breeze Armitage. We've had it for a couple years now, just controlled by the single wall switch. That's the stock bulb. All the fans in this house have the stock bulb, except I think the family room fan. It's a little buzzy. But it works well. So that's the one here in the office, just a basic white Harbor Breeze fan. Here in my parents' bedroom, the master bedroom, we have this 52-inch Hampton Bay Hugger, brushed nickel obviously. It's controlled by 2 sets of switches. There's one here for the light and the fan on there, and over here there's 2 more sets of switches. Focus, there we go. Light switch here, and then the speed controller, but come on, turn it on high. They basically never have this fan on any other speed than low. For a cheap fan, it moves a lot of air. Like, it's pretty impressive actually just how much air it moves, especially for being a hugger. So we'll turn that back to low. We'll also take a quick detour while we're in here to look at this. This is my mom's little weird thing. I don't know how to use it, so I'm just going to turn it on and off. It has a remote. She loves this thing. But that's that weird little fan. And that is the Hampton Bay Hugger in the master bedroom. Stop here along the way in the main bathroom up here, my bathroom. This is a Polar Wind pedestal fan. Had it for a couple years, I think. Nothing crazy, just a standard, you know, pedestal fan, Polar Wind. I use it every morning. That's a new noise. Of course, while I'm filming, I hear a noise I've never heard. Then again, I usually have the exhaust fan on in here. I have never noticed that noise. Wonder if the little thing is coming loose that holds the blade on. But yeah, this thing has been an awesome fan. I use it every day. And then the noise doesn't persist. Interesting. So that's the Polar Wind pedestal fan. Here in the spare bedroom, which used to be my bedroom, we have this Hampton Bay Brookhurst. Again, just a single wall switch. This fan I picked out when this was still my bedroom because I wanted a fan with multiple lights, and I also wanted something that seemed decently built, so I picked this. This thing has a very fast low speed and an incredibly fast high. Turn the light on. Oh, that kind of ruins it. It takes a second to get up there, but when it gets up there, this thing flies. And it's blowing stuff off the bed. Awesome fan this is. I really like this fan. It's very good air too. Obviously this came from Home Depot, but that's the ceiling fan here in the spare bedroom. Also in here we have two box fans. This is the one. It's an Aerospeed. I think BX100 is the model. Not an amazing fan, but you know, it works. We just have it in here in front of the chair when we sit in here. I like to sit in here sometimes. Not amazing by any means. And then over here on this side we have this Lasco junky modern thing that's in terrible shape. We don't use this one as much as the Aerospeed, but it works. It's fine. So yeah, those are all the fans in the spare bedroom. And finally in my bedroom we have the Harbor Breeze Armitage in brushed nickel. Been up here for quite a few years now. Once again, just a single switch. I keep this fan on low pretty much all the time. I don't really use it when I sleep because when I sleep and the box fan is on, it creates a weird reverb noise that's really hard to sleep with. The original pull chain on here broke. Not an amazing fan by any means. I think that the Hampton Bay in my parents' room, which is a similar fan to this, is a little bit better built, but I feel like this actually moves more air. Like it feels, I don't know though, they both move pretty decent air for how slow they run. This one rattles and wobbles. So that's the ceiling fan in here. Also in here is my personal Lasco box fan that I use every night when I sleep. Probably the best box fan in the house, aside from the old Monarch Air thing in the basement that we haven't used in forever. Very nice fan. I always use it on low, but still a wonderful fan. So, those are all the ceiling fans in the house on the upstairs and the main floor here, as you saw that one. I'll go ahead and get you one more pan of all of them running on low, just so you can see what they look like in their most natural states. Trying to just film the ceiling so I don't have to edit this portion of the video. And that one. So, let's go down to the basement and finish up. Here in the basement, I have this Comfort Zone pedestal fan with the X base. Ignore the mess. I use this fan every day when I work out. Works very well. It's got the push buttons. And yeah, nothing crazy, but it works good. And yeah, that's the only fan in the basement. But wait, before we say that's it, I have one more surprise to show you. Remember when I put a fan in the furnace room a few years ago? I took it down and I said I would never do it again? Guess what? That's right. There is a sixth fan in my house, and I'm gonna start it and run it here so that you can hear it. Pulled the wrong chain. Light, listen to this startup noise. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Moves a lot of air, too. Listen to that noise. Cheap fan combined with the open ceiling. But yeah, so I said I wasn't going to do it, but I had a new in-box Heritage Alliance under the Harbor Breeze name that I had bought from a salvage, or what the heck? A Salvation Army. There we go. I bought it from a Salvation Army like probably 10 years ago at this point. New in box on the last day of the store being open. It was going out of business or closing. They had it marked for 30 bucks. I got it for $6. I finally did something with it after years of sitting in the box. I want to say this one was marked either 1998 or 1999, one of the two. It's hard to run because I have to take the bulb out of that. We really don't use it. It's completely pointless. But I wanted to show, just because I did end up putting a second fan in here, or another fan. I actually had another one of these little Alliance things in here, but it was in worse shape, and it was, I think, maybe an Encon one or something. And I put the washed oak or whatever down this time so that you could see it instead of the white, which is what I did last time. But I still have the box for it. This is the box, and somewhere on here might have been, oh, maybe not. I thought the price tag from the salvage store was still on here, but yeah, so there was that. By the way, not an easy fan to install. I'm pretty sure every fan I've installed in this house was easier than this one. I don't know why, but yeah. So I wanted to show that off just as a little bonus and a surprise, and let's conclude the video upstairs. And here we are back up in the family room to end the video. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fabulous National Ceiling Fan Day. Hopefully you all use your ceiling fans as well and your portable fans, and maybe you're even in a climate where you can turn the air conditioning off. Man, that would be nice soon. But, as always, thank you for watching. Expect tomorrow part 2 of this video where I'm going to take you through the house and show you the ceiling fans that we used to have installed. And until then, like I said, from Isaac24 to you, happy National Ceiling Fan Day. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace.